Here on RFD-TV, we keep talking about the beef impact. This is also a very big deal for dairy cattle as well. And explain that.
It is a big deal for dairy cattle, and not in the way that you might think. You know, dairy and beef operations are two separate things in terms of their physical location. And so in the sense of concerns about an infestation among dairy cattle, you know, live cattle has been very much the focus of it. The screwworm can affect all sorts of animals, including human beings, and I don't think anybody likes the idea of a flesh-eating insect being anywhere near them. So there's that obvious impact. But what you also have to think about is how interconnected these markets are. You know, when beef prices and beef supply and demand changes because of things like bans on live cattle movement across borders, which Mexico is a very important source of live cattle imports for the United States, that affects the market. And in recent years, the dairy industry, you've seen a lot of dairy farmers going on these beef on dairy crosses to take advantage of some of those high livestock prices. You know, a lot of dairy cows end up blending their lives as meat, and having that beef genetics is an important thing for them. So when you see cattle prices move, that affects how a dairy farmer also approaches their operation as well. So we're watching this very closely, because maybe it's not as directly affecting dairy as it is beef, but this is just next door, and it's knocking pretty hard.